And they taste good, says the man to this child. But it seems to say, ah no, I will not take one unless it comes from the mother. And now we come to that craftsman of the ages who turns out many vessels of many shapes from mere clay. Umar Khayyam might have said, who the potter and who the pot. But this ashram potter need not worry about this, because great souls in the ashram are unraveling the knot of human fate and of the divine life. Waste not and want not. The observance of this motto is again evident as one looks upon the paper trimmings that come to the Handmade Factory. And from out of them, paperboard is made. From lime comes the material for keeping the houses clean and for color washing them in white, blue-grey or red, according to whether the house is ashram owned or, as the case may be, rented by the ashram authority. To skeptics who want to find some one thing hollow in the ashram, they can be happy looking at the hollow bricks made at the ashram owned factory. Many constructions nowadays are of hollow bricks. Engineers and draftsmen are all the time busy laying plans for the erection of buildings. Houses like this one. Of a different kind and magnificent is the ashram guest house, Golkund. A unique concrete construction with collapsible shutters of concrete for best possible ventilation, which is one of the remarkable constructions in India. It has attracted much attention from concrete engineers all over the country. And this great wall is another achievement on the way. Stem the tides of the sea from flooding the ashram playground. As polyhedral, with its many levels and its many purposes, its many aspects, many interpenetrating and interrelated qualities and characteristics, its very dazzling diversity in seeming contradiction with its oneness of aim to achieve the blend of life with the supramental. The contrast may at first sight be disconcerting, but closer study might reveal that all the phases of practical life are dealt with positively and without any rejection of the possibility of their value in civilization. For over 4 decades, the aggrandizement of the centers of activity, physical, scientific, and mystic, have been the product of the master's creation and the constructive directives of the mother. The class and the playfield are only the 2 preliminary planes, perhaps. A carefree life devoted to concentrated creative work and the achievement of a healthy outlook are the prime factors of wealth here. And as for any other wealth that comes, it is turned into investment for creative work, for materials, to keep the body engaged in that devotion which is the corollary to Sri Aurobindo's conception that this life is only a field of yoga. So, these workmen and the works they have created are their roads to achievement of one aim in the end, the better life, or perhaps the greater. In the words of Sri Aurobindo, the supramental. The extent to which the press of the Sri Aurobindo Ashram has been an exponent of his many writings is known today all over the world. What the master wrote has been published in the languages of our world, languages of the East and of the West. That the ashram should have taken over the task of executing the printing of the master's works is another proof of the meticulous care and devotion and the confidence in the technological skill of the ashramites. Perhaps, in its way, the printing press has contributed immensely to the widespread influence, the magic influence of the master's name. And here we see that from his voluminous writing, books emerge all day long from the press to reach the minds of those interested in the higher achievements of our life. To the literate, perhaps, this is the center that conveys most how much time the master devoted to his writings as a poet, philosopher, seer, and mystic. All the publications of the master and those of the mother have been rendered into many languages. And to this there can be no end. In the works like the Life Divine, immortality is assured. Besides the press, a newer method of record is also encouraged at the photo section, a branch of activity in keeping with the requirements of an international center of education and culture. Artistic works are within reach of the ashram photographers. And the fact ever remains that but for the ashram photographers, this survey of ashram activities in moving pictures might never have reached your eyes. The day's work can be touched off with peaceful study in excellent libraries. Housed here are all the works of the master, and the literary and philosophical writings of the mother. There are innumerable other classical works also in several languages. And every day the libraries are getting richer with further additions. Popular and good magazines come from many countries. All make these libraries rich storehouses of knowledge. First aid and first-class medical attention are available for the ashramites, and they can choose any three of the medical treatments in practice. The allopathic, the Indian or Ayurvedic, the homeopathic, or, for that matter, the massage clinic, where one can go for a cure, for a healthy massage, for the betterment of the body, or for a happy feeling. An extensive program of physical education for the students of the Aurobindo International University is underway and progressing. But the training of many ashramites has almost reached top level. Gymnastics and the spectacular are seen at the ashram, a result of effort and zeal. Careful study of the progress made will reveal that the mother takes special interest in the progress of the physical development of the ashramite. And here are some words of the master. In the admission of an activity such as sports and physical exercises into the life of the ashram, it is evident that the method and the first objects to be attained must belong to what we call the lower end of the being. Yet within human boundaries can be something very considerable and sometimes immense. And here is an instance of the devotion of the ashramites to the mother on her birthday. The program includes items that exhibit artistic and histrionic talent. And they take or it may be the school anniversary day when the students stage a play. It could be any play, from a tableau of the divine dancer Shiva to a chapter from the story of Sweet Cinderella. It's Christmas time, and the children must have their day. The tree and mother will come. And a Merry Christmas is in store for the barn. For, to the children of the ashram, the mother is Santa Claus. She will give every one of them blessings, presents, and sweets. In the recent decades, one activity after another has been launched in the field of physical culture by the mother who has inaugurated the centers of training. All forms of the art of self-defense, like boxing, wrestling, fencing, lap-chase, are all open to those who wish to take advantage of such training, irrespective of the sex of the ashram. The training is identical to either boy or girl. The discipline of duty will take us through the austerity of physical life. Such are some of the words of the mother. She has said, too, that the basic program will be to build a body beautiful in form, harmonious in posture, and agile in its movements, powerful in its activities, and resistant in its health and organic functions. Well-known men visit the ashram to give demonstrations to the inmates. The inmates display, too, an enviable command of the body, as this one, for example. He is certainly at home in physical training of the yogic style. Here you see, for example, that physical training is co-educational. And this is an amusing fight. Not this one by any means. He is a physical training instructor, and I wouldn't take a punch from him. What about a swimming pool, you might ask? By the playfield is the blue sea. Here you see the big ones and the little ones all trying to do their best at riding the surf. Like the golden crop that the ashram fields yield at harvest time, so do the ashramites display the result of their training across